Hi there, my name's Kaylinda Snar. I'm a PA with East Idaho Spine Sports and Rehab, and this is Scotty, and he's actually a patient with our office, but I actually know him personally as well. I met him a couple years ago when I was looking for a fitness program, and my husband introduced me to Scotty since he's a full-time Beachbody coach. And so a while back, we were just at a Super Saturday, which is a workout here in Idaho Falls. And Scotty was just telling me about how he had this injury in his arm. And so tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I injured my arm, and it had been about a year and a half, and I just tore. I remember I was doing a curl one day, and I remember tearing my bicep tendon or feeling a pain, and I just kind of worked through it over the next couple weeks, and before I knew it, it just hurt too bad. So I stopped working out. I was like, I just need to give it some rest. I rested for 4 or 5 weeks, and it still felt the same, and I just kind of felt like I guess I might have to just live with this, and I was like, I better check it out. So I went to an orthopedic surgeon, and they did some scans and checked it, and they said everything looks clear. We can't see anything. Just give it more rest, and hopefully it'll heal in the future. So I let it rest a little bit more, and then I got back to working out again, and I was like, I'm just gonna go real light at this. But slowly, over time, over the course of about a year after that, it just continually declined my strength, where I used to do 30 pull-ups at a time, and I got to the point where I could do 0. Like, so much sharp pain in my arm. When I would pick up my kids to put them in the car seat, like, I would cringe with pain from my right arm. And I stopped using my right arm, and I started doing everything with my left, and I injured my left arm from overcompensating for what I couldn't do with my right arm. So
weren't you telling me you couldn't even pick up a gallon of milk even?
Yeah, like I couldn't. When I'd have to pick up the gallon and pour it like this, because it's just anything that had to do with a movement like that shot a sharp pain into my near my elbow, my bicep.
Sure. So that's when I had talked to you about PRP, and what PRP is, that is platelet-rich plasma, and what that is we actually pull your own blood from yourself, and we spin it down, and we take out the platelets, the growth factors, and the adult stem cells, which are all the healing components of your blood, and then we take that and then we spin it down into a super concentrated form, and then we inject that into the area that's injured. So what was your initial reaction when you heard about this treatment?
Well, to be honest, I heard that, I was like, I don't understand. I didn't really understand, so I don't understand how my thought was injecting blood in there is going to help anything.
Sure.
I need something sewed up. It was my thought. But
sure.
I looked at the pamphlet that you gave me, the little packet, and I read what it did, and I began to understand that healing process, that the tendon really can't heal without the blood flow, and that concentrated blood would help heal it. I trusted that from reading it. I read some things and said, this is it.
Sure.
I think this is going to work.
Okay. So you actually agreed then to come see us at the office. Yep. We evaluated you, and we were suspecting that you probably had a distal biceps, that's kind of by the elbow there, and that you actually had a tendinopathy, but we weren't quite sure, and so we ended up sending you off for an MRI, which we did see on MRI then that you did actually have a tendinopathy. And what a tendinopathy is, it's just diseased tendon, doesn't respond the way it should, doesn't work the way it should, and so it's just this damaged tendon that causes you a lot of pain. And so we got you diagnosed, and we said, let's do PRP.
Yep. So
we got you scheduled, and you came in, and we drew your blood, and kind of tell me how that procedure went for you.
Yeah, I remember going in there, and we made the decision to do both arms. One was extremely bad, one was, I could tell, was going down the path that the other one was down. So it was a decision. It was kind of a hard decision at that point. I was like, do I do one arm? Because you guys gave me the option to do one, let it heal for the 12 weeks, and then do the other. I decided to do the both because I wanted to get healed up for good, and so I get back to feeling normal.
Sure.
And I just remember getting there, and it was quite simple. I used to donate plasma in my college days, like many people probably have. So it was very similar to that in the beginning, and then Dr. Vlack was extremely professional. I hadn't met her prior to that. I just worked with you, and the procedure went very smoothly. We did one arm first, and then I was really during the procedure, I was like, oh, we're done.
Yeah.
And then we did the next one, and just real quick like that. And I went home with 2 slings in my arms, and had my wife come pick me up.
So the procedure itself is just a simple injection, isn't it? There's
yeah.
no like knives involved. We're not opening you up.
Nope.
It's just simply taking that concentrated platelets and growth factors and everything and just injecting it right into that damaged tissue.
Yeah. Super simple and easy.
So how was recovery?
That part was a little bit tough for me, but I wanted to make sure that it worked, because I didn't want to go through the process, because my career is with health and fitness and helping people. So I knew I was in a sling, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to really use my arms at all for a few weeks.
Sure.
And so it was hard for me emotionally, only for the sole fact and reason that I couldn't use them. But those 3 or 4 weeks that I didn't use them at all paid off, because I began to heal. I went to a physical therapist, as you guys recommend me to do, and slowly began to build up strength. So
okay.
It was a lot smoother than I expected. And honestly, going in, like, I heard that sometimes people do 1 or 2 procedures, and so I was expecting that if I do my best, maybe I'll have to do 1 more. So I feel extremely happy that it only took 1 time.
Good.
And it's been 8 months almost.
Okay.
8 months, yeah, August, 7 months since the procedure, and I can do my pull-ups again. I can do everything.
Good.
Full force.
Good. So you went from not even being able to, pick up a gallon of milk, being able to pick up your kids, to now you're doing pull-ups again. So, overall, like, how much improvement do you think you got?
I believe, like, as an improvement, it had been like a year and a half where I had slowly, like, for 6 years of my health and fitness journey, I'd always gotten stronger and better and more healthy, more fit. And then all of a sudden, from that one day I had that injury, it slowly declined for a year and a half, to where, like, I felt pretty much useless around the house.
Sure.
And so how much has improved? Like, back to 100% is how I feel right now.
Wow, and that's just after having 1 injection basically to both arms.
Yeah, 1 injection in both arms. And, like, it's been a blessing, because I remember, and some of you guys on there might relate to this. I remember, I'm just going to tell one story if you don't mind.
No,
I remember 2 things real quick. My daughter's in this place thing, and she had this presentation. I remember getting, she had a laundry basket full of goods, like all of her stuff. And I went with my wife it was like around noon. And we got to the school, and all the kids and the students are walking through the halls. And my wife's carrying this huge basket that she can hardly hold. And I'm sitting there. I don't have the slings on anymore, but I'm still not allowed to hold anything. So I felt kind of awkward being that husband or that dad walking down the hall not doing anything. So, like, it saved my life.
Sure.
To be able to, like, just do the normal things. Like, throw my kids in the car again.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, hey, so PRP is a regenerative injection. It's because it can heal your body, like, it heals itself. So that's why we call it a regenerative injection. And there's actually several other regenerative injections that we offer as well. One of them is called prolotherapy injections, and the other one is adult stem cell injections. And so we have a variety of different treatments that we promote at our office, because we really believe the body is capable of healing itself. And so that's our goal at East Idaho Spine Sports and Rehab, is to help the body heal itself. And so if you're interested in it, or if you know somebody who may be interested in it, check out our website. It's eastidspine.com, and that's EASTIDspine.com. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Thank you.